Good evening to you. Welcome to News Express, our flagship bulletin covering national, state, politics, business, global, sports, and entertainment news. Let's start with the headlines. National Assembly to pass 49.7 trillion naira 2025 budget in February. Ekiti lawmaker empowers farmers, artisans, and market women in Ilejemeje constituency. Telcos threaten service cuts over rising costs. Thanks for joining us on News Express. My name is Michael Jason Ijasan. Now the news in detail. The National Assembly has today revealed plans to pass the proposed 49.7 trillion naira 2025 appropriation bill. According to the legislative timeline, the Joint National Assembly Committee on Appropriations will lay its reports on the budget on Friday, 31 January 2025, setting the stage for its anticipated passage in early February. The National Assembly's timetable noted that ministries, departments, and agencies, MDAs, are expected to defend their allocations before the relevant committee starting Monday, 7 January 2025. Senator Adamimogo, APC Ekiti South, chairman of the Senate Committee on Media and Publicity, confirmed the timeline in Abuja. Recall that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu presented the 49.7 trillion naira budget proposal titled the 2025 Budget of Restoration, Securing Peace, Rebuilding Prosperity during a joint session of the Senate and the House of Representatives on 18 December 2024. The presidency has today demanded that the Bauchi State Governor Bala Muhammad retract what it called its inflammatory statement on the tax reform bill. It said Muhammad's statement, "We will show Tinubu our true color," neither reflects the stance of the North nor the constructive dialogue needed between states and the federal government. This was stated in a post shared by the President's Special Advisor on Media and Public Communications, Mr. Sunday Dari, on his X handle today. Dari was responding to Muhammad's statement from Wednesday, December 25, 2024, during the Christmas homage by the Christian community at the Government House in Bauchi. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara is set to present the 2025 appropriation bill to the Rivers State House of Assembly led by Victor Okojumbo. The Group Speaker, Okojumbo, read Governor Fubara's letter requesting permission to present the appropriation bill today at their plenary. This will mark Governor Fubara's second budget presentation since assuming office in May 2023, both occurring under a cloud of legislative disputes. Recall that Governor Fubara presented his inaugural budget to a four-member assembly led by Edison Ehie, who was recognized as Speaker by State High Court. Report says the 125,000 barrels per day Warri Refinery and Petrochemicals Company WRPC in Warri, Delta State is now up and running. This was disclosed by the Group Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL), Mele Kyari, during a tour of the facility today. Among the tour team was the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigeria Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority (NMDPRA), Farouk Ahmed. The petrochemical plant, which is located at the Ekban, Ovue, and Obeji Warri, produces 13,000 million tons per annum (MTA) of polypropylene and 18,000 MTA of carbon black. According to the spokesperson for the NNPCL, Olufemi Sone, the mechanical completion of the facility was earlier scheduled for completion in the first quarter of this year. The WRPC was commissioned in 1978 and managed by the NNPCL and was built to supply markets in the south and southwest regions of Nigeria. The Ashiwaju of Ijasan, Ashiwaju Yinka Fasui, has called on the new Owa Obokun of Ijasaland, Oba Desi Hastrop, to reconcile with all those who felt aggrieved over his emergence. Fasui, in a congratulatory message to Hastrop, today noted that the process that produced the royal father may not be perfect, urging him to reach out to other contestants, especially the Bilaro ruling house, to heal wounds caused by the contest for the throne. The community leader also appealed to all aggrieved parties in the royal contest to share their respective swords in order to sustain the tempo of sustainable development in Ijasaland. Recall that Hastrop yesterday was presented the staff of office by Governor Demola Deleke, an instrument of appointment at an event attended by prominent Nigerians across all walks of life. It should be noted that Hastrop succeeded the late Oba Dekunle Aromolaron, whose death occurred on September 11, 2024, at the age of 86, bringing down the curtain on over 40 years of reign. Following a viral video of the president's son, Seyi Tinubu, inspecting a guard of honor, which was drawn criticism from some sections of the public, the Community Auxiliary Development for Effective Transformation Network, popularly known as CADETIAN, has today said holding a guard of honor was part of the organization's standard protocol to welcome dignitaries to its events. It will recall that the former Vice President and 2023 presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, called for an investigation into the purported military honors given to the president's son yesterday, describing the gesture as an anomaly and a serious breach of military tradition. While reacting in a statement by the Corps Commander, Cadetian Josh Fatoye explained that the gesture was not exclusive to the son of the president, Seyi Tinubu. Fatoye, however, stated that the Guard of Honor, which took place at the City Boy Youth Empowerment Program in Ogun State, was also extended to other dignitaries at the event. A federal high court in Abuja has today adjourned hearing until January 2, 2025 in the application filed by a suspect, Adun Adewale, who begged to retake his plea after pleading guilty to a charge. Justice Emeka Nwite adjourned the matter after O.A. Olaleye, who appeared for Adewale, prayed the court for a short adjournment to enable him serve the prosecution with their written address. Also, Mr. Victor Okoye, who appeared for the Inspector General IG of Police, did not oppose the application, and the matter was subsequently adjourned until January 2, 2025 for the parties to address the court on whether Adewale could retake his plea. Recall, the suspect, also known as Coach Banta, was arraigned before Justice Nwite on alleged cybercrime offense against the IG, Kayode Egbetokun. A renowned public affairs analyst and journalist in Ekiti State, Mr. Omotosho Okea, has described 2024 as a turbulent year, politically, economically, and generally characterized by hardship on the part of many Nigerians. Omotosho, who made this known today at Adamimogo FM's Current Affairs program, the follow-up, while highlighting the level of performance of the government in key areas of the country such as economy, infrastructure, security, among others, explained that those unwholesome developments were occasioned by the removal of fuel subsidy and policies of the incumbent government, which has left the masses in a state of despondency. He described the level of hunger, high cost of living, cost of transportation, and the negative impact of businesses as it affects the earnings and aspirations of various Nigerians. Also, commending the government's efforts so far in tackling insecurity in the land, Omotosho emphasized that peace is the bedrock for achieving economic and national development, urging the government to improve its efforts in securing the lives of Nigerians. In his comments, he described the recent appeal from the Social and Economic Rights and Accountability Project SERAP, seeking for the declaration of publication of assets of all public office holders as a welcomed development. However, he expressed disbelief on the reliability of government officials, encouraging authorities involved to see towards the due enforcement of the law in ensuring accountability and transparency during the exercise. A prominent female legislator in the Ekiti State House of Assembly and a former commissioner for environment in Ekiti State, Honorable Barrister Yabo Fakunle Okiemen, has called on the people of Ilejemeje constituency to give their maximum support to the government on His Excellency Governor Biodun Oyebanji by extending their social contract beyond 2026. Honorable Okiemen gave the charge in her country home, Iye Ekiti, during the last leg of year 2024 constituency engagement program, the fourth edition in the year, which coincidentally falls on her birthday. The lawmaker expressed great delight on the support she has always received from her constituents since she joined politics close to 20 years ago, and which still subsists till date, promising her continued dedication to her people's welfare more than ever before. She also enjoined her people to reciprocate the good works of Governor Biodun Oyebanji and his dutiful wife, Dr. Olayemi Oyebanji, by giving total support for the success of his administration and to also renew his mandate. The lawmaker enumerated some developmental projects executed by Governor Biodun Abayomi Oyebanji in Ilejemeje constituency within the last 2 years in office, ranging from the complete overhaul and upgrade of the General Hospital in Iye Ekiti to a world-class standard, construction of roads, provision of solar lights, appointment of some indigents of the local governments into key political positions, amongst others. She described the Constituency Empowerment Program as a cardinal program of the 7th Assembly, which is used by the House as platform to frequently interface and engage their constituents for an up-to-date briefing on the progress of the legislative activities and also their oversight functions on the executive arm of government. In his remarks, the chairman, All Progressives Congress APC, in Ilejemeje local government, Mr. Bode Oladipo, commended Honorable K.E.M. for regular empowerment programs, which he said has been unprecedented in the history of the local government. One of the beneficiaries, Mr. Omodara Felix from Ewu Ward, who spoke on behalf of all the beneficiaries, thanked the lawmaker representing Ilejemeje constituency in the Ekiti State House of Assembly, Honorable Barrister Yabo Fakunle Okiemen, for the intervention and called on all the beneficiaries to count themselves lucky and not to misuse the opportunity. You are still listening to News Express on Adamimogo 107.7 FM, Ido Ekiti. Still to come, Telco's 13 service cuts over rising costs. Don't go away, we'll be back for more.
Hello, good people of Ekiti State and its environment. For your private, political, family, or club meetings, and so on, of not more than 50 to 100 participants, we introduce to you Adamimogo Event Hall. Yes, right at Olojudo's Palace, Adamimogo 107.7 FM's compound, Ido Ekiti. Ample parking space, good security, clean environment. You also have the opportunity to book for a media publicity of your event on our fast-growing social media platforms. All these for a talk. Simply visit us at Olojudo's Palace, Ido-Ekiti, or call the following numbers for more inquiries: 0803-526-5812 or 0916-340-0878 or 0806-511-4430. You can also call 0806-380-8891. Adamimogo Event Hall. We are waiting for your patronage.
Good to know you are still there. Welcome back. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook via Adamimogo 107.7 FM. For happenings around you or these inquiries, please contact our newsroom on this number 0811 801 8242. Now to the rest of the news. On business news this evening, the telecommunications operators in Nigeria have warned that service disruptions are imminent unless tariffs are adjusted to account for escalating operational costs. The chairman of the Association of Licensed Telecommunications Operators of Nigeria, Benga Adebayo, issued the warning in a statement today. Adebayo described the telecom sector as under siege, citing soaring operational costs driven by inflation, volatile exchange rates, and rising energy prices. He noted that despite the challenges, tariffs have remained unchanged, leaving operators struggling to maintain quality service and expand their networks. Still on business, the real estate sector's GDP growth rates in 2024 were relatively declined, recording 0.84% in quarter 1, 0.75% in quarter 2, and 0.68% in quarter 3. The figures lagged behind the national GDP growth rate for each quarter, underscoring the sector's challenges. According to the report, most of the challenges holding back real estate growth, including economic slow recovery from inflationary pressure, which has affected purchasing power and reduced demands for residential and commercial properties, high interest rates making borrowing for real estate projects more expensive, regulatory hurdles such as delays in land titling and high transactions cost, as well as the absence of a unified housing policy, which has created inefficiencies further stifling growth. On entertainment news, Burna Boy, who has drawn comparison with Fela over his protest music, has been under fire recently over the detention of his colleague, Speed Darlington, for allegedly defaming him. Reacting to the criticism, Burna Boy said he is not Fela, stressing that a comparison between him and the late activist has to stop. He, however, emphasized that he would rather kill than die for Nigerians. Still on showbiz world, controversial social critic Very Dark Man has disclosed that 78 million naira out of the 180 million naira allegedly stolen from his NGO account has been recovered. The revelation comes days after he took to Instagram on Friday to raise an alarm about the hacking of his organization's account, claiming 180 million naira was missing. However, his statement sparked skepticism, with many questioning the credibility of his claims. Very Darkman provided an update on the recovery process, expressing gratitude for the progress made so far, stating that the recovery amount of 78 million naira is a significant step towards the investigation. The suspect allegedly involved in the theft has revealed that an accomplice has fled to Ghana, prompting plans for further investigation in the country. We've come to the end of today's News Express on Adamimogo 107.7 FM. Before we go, the highlights again. We told you that the National Assembly has today revealed plans to pass the proposed 49.7 trillion naira 2025 appropriation bill. And according to legislative timeline, the Joint National Assembly Committee on Appropriations will lay its reports on the budget on Friday, 31 January 2025, setting the stage for its anticipated passage in early February. We also brought to you that prominent female legislator in Ekiti State House of Assembly and former Commissioner for Environment in Ekiti State, Honorable Barrister Yabofakmule Okeyemen, has called on the people of Ilejemeje constituency to give their maximum support to the governor, His Excellency Governor Piotun Abayomi Oyebanji of Ekiti State, by extending their social contract beyond 2026. Finally, we reported that telecommunications operators in Nigeria have warned that service disruptions are imminent unless tariffs are adjusted to account for escalating operational costs, as the chairman of the Association of Licensed Telecommunications Operators of Nigeria, Benga Adebayo, issued the warning in a statement today. That's News Express on Adamimogo 107.7 FM, Olojudo's Palace, Ido-Ekiti. On behalf of the production crew, my name is Michael Jason Ijasan. Thanks for listening.